Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to be doing a deck profile of my newly updated, although I had a updated deck of this before, but I forgot to post it. I may go back and post that one, but really I only made a couple of changes to make this deck. So this is my Machining Legion deck. So this is the Mega Colony Legion that came out with the Legion PR campaign. So yeah, Legion for machining is actually one of the, I don't know. Some people say it's not really all that good. It's overhyped, but I think this is a pretty good Legion as it stands right now. In terms of the Legions that are available, this is definitely one of the better ones. So let's start off the deck profile here. For Machining Tarantula Mark II, this is the Legion. Machinings have gotten a whole lot better now that they're able to stun. Like since set 15 with Cyclomatooth, they can actually stun or trap depending on where you are. I wish they would give this. I wish they would give the machining mechanic a actual official term, like whether it's stun or something like that. I'm just gonna use stun because that's what I refer to it as. So now they have a way of stunning the Vanguard since Cyclomatooth came out. They just keep adding on to that. They keep making more cards for Mega Colony have that effect, which is a really good effect. And people were like, oh, it's not that great. Y'all can just ride a grade 3 on top of it. Well, you're still going -1 to do that. And on top of that, I have played against machinings and just the old school Cyclomatooth machining deck several times. And if I don't have a grade 3, and if they have a Cyclomatooth and another Cyclomatooth, or a Cyclomatooth and some kind of other grade 3, and they keep doing that combo, that's just really annoying. In the sense that they basically Yada lock me. I don't even know, that's not even the correct term to use, but if anyone plays Yu-Gi-Oh, they know what that means. You pretty much lose. Like, you can guarantee a win with machining if the opponent doesn't draw into a grade 3 on their draw phase, or if they check a damage check on a they damage check a draw trigger and they don't get a 3, they're pretty much screwed. So yeah, machinings are pretty good. So the backup Vanguard I'm running is my Fighters Collection Machining Warsickle. So again, I like running alternate Vanguards that complement the Legion by having an on-call or on-ride effect in addition to their limit break effect. I just think that's more consistent than running just break ride with Legion. But of course, it's up to you. If you want to run Cyclomatooth with him, you can. I like Warsickle because he's a machining, and the Legion is a machining, so it just helps the overall consistency of the machining subclan as a whole. So that's why I went with this build, but you can run it however you like. And he's just another really irritating card for the opponent because it's like if they don't let him hit, then if he doesn't hit, then the opponent can't stand. The Vanguard cannot stand. That's hilarious. So I mean, yeah, if it's a Legion, they can stand the Legion mate, but they can't stand the main Vanguard, which is hilarious. So whereas this guy just prevents all the opponent's Vanguards cannot stand. So that's just hilarious. So anyway, that's what I went with. They're machinings. They're good. For Machining Hornet Mark II. He's a Legion mate. For Tarantula, I don't know why a Hornet and a Tarantula would ever team up, but I don't know. It's anime. Next, for Machining Red Soldier, he's a 12k machining. Now that both of my Vanguards are machining, that just makes the deck so much more consistent, a lot better, and more aggressive now. Like, it just works good. It just works good, like Starvaders and Revengers. So that's why I'm not running Cyclomatooth. And then for even more stunning power, we're running 3 Machining Papillo. It's an AK body, but it's like when you call it 2R, if you have a Mega Colony Vanguard, choose one of the opponent's rear guards can't stand. So basically stun something on the opponent's field that you don't want it to stand. So like, let's say they have a Tartu or something on their side of the field. You can stun the booster behind her, so that she can only attack for 9k next turn, or you can stun her and then the opponent will probably feel like just sending her off as an intercept. So it just depends. It just gives you lots of options. That's why I like this deck. So for grade 1s, 2 Machining Caucasus. Anyway, this card is another card that applies pressure to the opponent. Basically, when it hits a Vanguard, this boosts machining and it hits a Vanguard. Choose one of the opponent's rear guards can't stand. There's no counterblast, whatever. It's just good. It applies pressure. 2 Machining Locust. This is your generic discard a card to draw. Basically, when it's placed on R, if you have a Mega Colony Vanguard, and all the opponent's Vanguard and rear guards are rested, most of the time they will be, you get to discard to draw. So just like a filler spot, but it's good. It lets you, like, if you need to discard a card to draw or to set up for Legion, you know, it gives you that sort of flexibility. So that's why it's in here. And then 3 Machining Mosquito. Use this wisely. You don't want to soul charge your Legions or the Legion mate. But yeah, 3 of this. It's machining. It's good. It's a Feluca clone. It's a 7k booster. Next, we've got 3 Machining Black Soldier. This is a 10k machining grade 1 attacker. So it's good. Rush, like Transient Revenger. And then for the Sentinels, 2 Machining Ladybug because it's machining, and 2 Paralyze Madonna, just the generic perfect guard that they have. So it works. You know, it works, and when we get into the trigger lineup, you'll see why it works. So machinings for the E Special Counterblast, because this guy uses the Special Counterblast for his on ride effect, but that one doesn't. So anyway, yeah, mainly because of Warsickle, and because we're not running any draw triggers. So for the trigger lineup, I went with 12 critical. So 4 Shelter Beetle, 4 Machining Scorpion. So this is the machining critical trigger. And then here's where it gets interesting. I'm running 4 Machining Cicada. These are the stands, but they have a pretty good effect. And it's machining. That's the key. It's machining. And the Machining Heal trigger. So no draw trigger because they don't have a machining draw. Also, all these 10Ks work real well with Quinset Walls. And they're going to get recycled into the deck for the Legion anyway. So it's good. It gives you lots of defensive capabilities. And, I mean, the deck is kind of slow in the sense you don't have the draws. But you're going to be stunning the opponent, so you're going to slow them down too. So it works out. And then the starter is just the Machining Little Bee starter. It works pretty good with Warsickle. It did not work very good with Hercules, but it works a lot better with Warsickle. And from what I can tell, it's the best starter that they've got, so I recommend running this. So anyway, guys, that was my machining deck. I like it a lot. It is surprisingly fun to play as, and it is very annoying to play against. But it's a very fun deck. It would be nice to see if anybody, like, if there was just people playing this at a regional. I don't know if anyone would, but I mean, it's pretty good. Like, when you get lucky when the opponent cannot draw into their grade 3s for some reason, and they can't ride on their ride phase, and you stun them, that's really good. You have no idea how good it is preventing the opponent from being able to twin drive for a turn, or even 2 turns. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I think machines are very good. Let me know what you think of the clan as a whole, and as what basically the deck that I went with Warsickle and Tarantula. So let me know what you would have changed, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.